Okay. Hi. 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 Okay. We are live. Good morning. Welcome to another live stream. Another market open live stream. For some reason I was having some trouble this morning with my computer. Um, so per usual, let's take a look at the stocks from yesterday, see if we have any nice continuation. I was just looking at PEGY. It's been a multi-day continuation stock at this point, dating back to the 4th. And today we're going to open up here above the 200 EMA, so this could be pretty interesting here. Come to stead cat bounce, and now we're recovering really nicely. So certainly going to keep that one. Going to also keep FNGR. This one's continuing to hold up high. TOPS, the POS, no. Don't really care about that one. Nor do I really care about APDN, though it is holding up, but nah. So BR, you know what, this one can be surprising, so I'll keep it. So let's go ahead and remove that one, remove that one. If TOPS starts moving, I'll add it, but as of right now, I'm really not that interested. And then PEGY actually isn't really a continuation stock. I'll put that on the gap scan list, the gap list. Test, is my level coming in good enough? Yeah, should be good. Should be just fine. Today, I'm looking at the stocks from yesterday. I'm guessing there's not going to be any continuation. Literally nothing from the watch list held up except for, oh yeah, totally forgot to add this one to my list. This is a stock that I traded yesterday in Power Hour. IMUX. It looks like it's down 15% pre-market now, but we had this really nice move into the close yesterday into after hours. And man alive, I could have done so much better on it. I mean, I had a few good trades in this range, and I'm like, man, this thing's holding up. It looks like it wants to break out. I bought this dip right here. I got it at 36, and I sold it in this pop right here. Then didn't get another entry. It broke through this ascending resistance, and yeah, went at $1.50 a share. So, gotta be considering using trailing stops or something for some of these style of trades. Just trying to work my patience muscle a little bit better, I suppose. Oh, interesting. Okay. 8:22 right now. Got about 7 minutes. Oh, oh my. Snow in the forecast. Okay. Um, so I guess this monitor is gonna work today. This old dinosaur monitor for one of my extra was that takes like 10 minutes to turn on. This morning when I turned on my PC, there was a bunch of lines through it, and I'm like, well, that thing bit the dust, but no, it's back. So, checking out the gap scan. So yeah, continuation stocks from yesterday. I'm not interested in really any of these. They all kind of just gapped and faded. Maybe Lace, but I suppose I'll put that one on the continuation list just in case. Whoops. Yeah, I'll add this one just in case. Okay. So that completes these guys. And we have PEGY, which I was just talking about. HBCO, this is the one that my biggest red day, I think, in this account so far has been on HBCO on the 1st of last month, September. Gap scan looks pretty weak this morning. AUTL is up 90% on 123,000 shares, so that's really crap. PPSI. No, it disappeared. HKD is also up. I'm really not interested in trading that stock. It's really wild. Um, I'll add AU2L. So where we're at right now. So I think I'm the most interested in watching PEGY right now in the open. Continuation, I'll add 80 ADTX. Oh yeah, this one did gap up. This one was given some very impressive opportunity over the last. I mean, in this range here, the beginning of last month, we had some nice opportunity on it. Enough of that. AUTL, yeah, this one's up. I'll be watching it. I'll put it on the side chart, of course, but oh, whoops. My mistake there. So, 6 chart. I already have PEGY up here from yesterday. So I will put HBCO. I'm less interested in this one. What's the news? Sales, 58% as revenue up. Wow, revenue is up 486% year over year. Pretty awesome there. I guess that's not a bad catalyst. PGY. So what are we at in this thing? PEGY. Well, we got about 3 minutes till the market open here. And there's really not super significant levels. So what do we have here? The low of this day is 503. Guess it's kind of a higher volume day. Oh, that's actually kind of low though, because I don't even think 503 at that point. 503 is kind of I don't really care about it. It's gonna be too low, so I'll mark out 650. Call it good. It's gonna be an obvious level anyway because it's a $0.50. Looks like that's kind of where it gapped up, or when I went to on this day, then pulled back. So HBCO, I'll put up on a side chart. Keep FNGR over there too, just in case, and then also, yeah, I don't really care about PPSI. We'll see if this one gives a move, but it kind of looks like it's on the backside now. I'll put AUTL up there as well. So this is about 1 minute till the open. So gonna be looking to trade safe. Gonna be looking to trade setups. Gonna be looking to stay disciplined and patient. And trying to work on the error that I've been trying to work on correcting the error rather. That I've kind of been making on the last couple days, and that is getting it on pullbacks and just not quite trusting my analysis and selling a bit too soon. All right, so here's PEGY. Gonna be watching this. Wonder what this thing's gonna do on the open. Are we gonna get a dip? Is it just gonna push? That's the question. About 15 seconds here. I'll mark out 25. Okay. Here is the bell, and I forgot to change these. Shoot, man. Let's do that while I have a second. But I'll be watching PEGY right now. So push right into and double top the 25 there. HBCO with a wild push right away. Yeah, I'm going to give this thing some time here. I'm not going to be taking an entry right away. Does it come up here now? Wow, look at that. Why am I... Dude... If it's going to be another day of crap fills, I'm going to get... hell, man. Click the buy button before the breakout. It breaks out and it fills me at the breakout level. What the actual F? Making a push towards 650 now. Be careful on this pullback. Ah, got bought up real nicely there. There's 50. 53. Wow. So far these pullbacks are getting bought up. I'm just being a little bit too slow here. PGI is a monster. There's another entry there. I'm being too slow right now on this stock. I have to wait for a pullback now. Nice consistent volume coming in here. See how this 1 minute pullback is going to be. So far this 5 minute candle looks strong, but I wouldn't want to see it come down too much farther to close with this massive topping wick. Get about 35 seconds or 25 seconds left on the candle. It's holding about 50 here. There's a rejection there. AUTLs to the depths. HBCO. I got rejected. Just trying to reclaim VWAP here. This fall volume's a little bit high in this pullback range here. Something about VWAP. Like, this is unacceptable. My VWAP on the 1 minute is 632. VWAP on the 5 minutes is 641. What the heck? Watching here in this area. We are starting to get some decreasing volume. It's right there if it can reclaim 50. Take a little off there. Look to get back in. Still, volume's still declining here. Just take it easy. Just relax. If we're flagging here, which way are we going to break? So far, declining volume into this consolidation, which could be a good thing. Entry here, the target would be back high of day, potentially to $7. Let's see if there's any daily resistance in the way. Some volume coming in here. So APDN, just continuation. I did get rid of it, but it looks like it's moving this morning. Or I got rid of it from the watch list, I should say. PPSI, yeah, no. How's that good volume? It's okay volume. No, it's not. It's not even good volume. So can we break this kind of descending resistance we're getting on here? Yeah, I should have been out there. I saw it hesitate. IMUX is starting to curl. Maybe I got a little bit too aggressive here on this. I like these bottoming wicks. I really do. I got aggressive. Thought I was going to break. but I was kind of buying into this resistance here. Come on, PGY. Don't fade off. HPCO is trying to come back. Also, FNGR is making a push. A few things moving right now. We're sitting right on VWAP right now. I'm going to sell in case we're not going to break that. Sell half, I should say. Sell our half. Maybe a bit too quick there. Yeah, I was good entry, but not a very pretty 1 minute chart right now on PEGY. But we're curling and holding above this previous resistance, which is good. Mm-hmm. Hmm? I know. Yeah. And just a little bit too much volume on these pullback candles. Not very clean there. What do we have? MFH is halted. No interest there. FLJ halted. Okay. It's on really light volume though. So, yeah, we'll see. Gonna continue to look at PEGY. Not a bad 5 minute setup here. Candle's about to close in about a minute, a 5 minute. I get scared of those VWAP dips because those can get flushed on like crazy. HPCO doesn't look like. It's all about VWAP. I mean, this action's a bit tricky. We're starting to curl up, but APDN is continuing to climb higher. Bit grindy. He's trying to get held down, but I feel like if we break out, we could get some nice action out of this thing. But can we get the curl? Can we get the break back over 50 and then towards 60, 65, towards high of day of 80? At this point, it looks a little heavy, and the selling volume has been a bit high. We'll see. FLJ. I'll watch this resumption here. Resumption should be very soon. There was the halt was at 41 and 42 seconds, so it looks like it's going to be a 5-minute halt. There's no news on it, so right away I'm obviously very skeptical of that. Makes it a little bit hard to trust. Yeah. See what this thing can do. It's gonna be a 10-minute long halt though, it looks like. And I need to get a sweatshirt. It's chilly in here. Okay. PEGY. Trying to bounce. Wasn't bad there, but okay, PEGY. I don't want to be buying into this obvious resistance though. Looks like it wants to break. Rejection. And there's the volume. And a little on that panic dip there. Yeah, it's okay. Could have been worth holding that a little bit longer. So the thing about these, if we get the flush below VWAP, I don't like to buy the first flush, but then if we continue to, if it kind of holds for a second and then it flushes again on that second leg kind of down, I tend to like to buy that. And this doesn't seem like there's any risk of halt down on this thing. So that was kind of my reasoning there. Got a good fill at 04, but, maybe I was out a bit too soon. Yeah, I left a good 15 cents on the table, but bit of a risky trade. FNGR. This one's pushing. Real quick, actually, I should adjust. Yeah, FNGR. Wow. Big pop there. Well, big relative to the rest of the move. It's only up 8% on the day. It's only about a 10-cent move. Not really super interested in this one right now. Yeah, it's not bad. There's some volume coming in here. that one up there, don't I? PSI, HPCO, and FLJ. Okay, so I'll be watching FLJ here on this resumption. If it's going to be a 5-minute halt, I mean a 10-minute halt, it should resume in about 30 seconds here. FLJ, I'm missing the J. Okay. So, the thing about this is I don't want to take it with size because this is going to be inherently risky. These random halts on lighter volume and no news. Granted, sometimes these can be irrationally strong, so I want to be watching this. As FNGR continues to climb. This is a resumption. This is a dip. It's heavy. Potential entries on that pullback there, but I guess, that's just a bit sketchy. This thing has like a 17-cent spread. Yeah, I'll leave that one alone for right now. WNW, actually, I had this one on my list and I got rid of it. Looks like that one's halted too. I wonder if there's some sympathy momentum. Take a look at it. I'm guessing there's no news. Yeah, no news. Just kind of another... Except this is a higher volume. This is higher volume into this halt here. Let me get rid of a couple of these. What's not moving? Yeah, I have HKD, but I'm really not interested in trading this one. So I'll go ahead and get rid of that. FJL, LJ actually, and WNW. See what happens. There's a potential trade on this thing when we had the flush here, and it did recover up to 50, but there was like a 15, 16, 17-cent spread that opened up. Like I said, this thing is just inherently risky. Those halts with no news, I don't really love it unless it's really clean. If that spread, I'm going to leave it alone. WNW. Now this one looks a bit better just because of the volume. But it's the same kind of case where there's no news. Dead cat bounce kind of out of nowhere. Granted, yeah, we did have some action on it yesterday. We got the 200 EMA, about 13 cents off there. So yeah, we'll see what happens with this one. I'll be watching on a resumption. Looks like PEGY is trying to make a fight back to VWAP here. Let's take a look at it. Oh, well, there was the resumption on WNW, actually. For some reason, I thought it was going to be a longer halt. Yeah, I'm not interested in trying to buy that dip, though. Back over to PEGY for now. It looked good into here. I mean, this was a bit choppy, this action in here, but then we started to consolidate and kind of on really light volume here, and then volume started coming in with buyers, but then we had this obvious resistance level at 60. High of this candle was 61, and it rejects. And high of 661, low of 613 on that candle, and then it went all the way to 595. So that was a pretty heavy rejection there. Let me just see what that was. Yeah, 10% drop. So that's been all too common recently. Though I had the entry on this dip. I was in at 604. I could have maybe sold half and continued to hold. There's 70, so now this thing's starting to heat up. Buyers bought that dip. Yeah, and that one too. There's high of day. Man. There's 7. Break of 7. Yeah, it's going to halt. False halt. Is it going to be a false halt? Or is it going to get locked up? Man, maybe I just got to try some patience. I'm in at 604, selling at 611. Because I didn't trust it here. And I saw this pullback, and man, just a bit hesitant. That's okay. 17% move from that. And it's going to lock him to a halt. So, I could have held this down. Granted, I'm not really super optimistic trying to hold below VWAP. But we kind of got this grindy action and it picked back up. And when I saw this candle pull down here to 60 and that get bought up, that should have right away been my inclination to buy the next micro pullback because we were getting lots of volume. And it looked like the dips were getting bought up really nicely. But I was just too slow on it and I didn't commit. So we'll watch resumption on this one for sure. Man, missed a trade there. All right, well, Willis is halted. What else do we have? AUTL from this morning. Yeah, I'm not really interested in this one. There's no volume. TPSI fading. HBCO. It's below VWAP. There's like no volume coming in here. So it's pretty much that for the halt watch list. Continuation. Another miscellaneous. There's really nothing that I'm too interested in here either. So it looks like I'm just gonna be waiting for the resumption on PEGY, though FNGR is moving. It's just a bit light on volume. I think it's going to be very obvious. The halt on PEGY was at 56 and 03 seconds, so it should resume at 01 and 03 seconds. Yeah, a bit disappointing that I didn't take the entry here. It seemed like this pullback was just a bit deep, and for some reason I chickened out. But it wasn't a new 1 minute candle, and typically that's the scenario where I tend to get myself in trouble trying to buy the dip when it starts to speed up is when we turn over to a new candle, the new 1 minute candle starts to turn red, and I try to buy it, and then it ends up dipping another 20 cents or something like that, and it ends up stopping me out. But in this case, it was different. We were still in this 1 minute candle. Look at that, 1.6 million shares of volume in that. And I missed this entry here at 65. Okay, so 01 and 03 seconds if it's going to be a 5 minute halt, which will be in 9 o'clock. 03. Should be about 40 seconds here. So we're coming up right into this this range here on the daily. There's no high volume days though there. Let's be watching resumption. No, I wanted to go right away. And there it goes. First pullback. How did I lose 6 pence there? That doesn't make any sense. No pun intended. Watching here. The dips are getting bought up decently here. Just want to be careful because these red candles are on some pretty high volume. It's holding up here pretty high. Oh man, my timing is off on this thing. I'm taking too big of size right now for this price. Still holding up high here. There's 40, there's 50. 50 is right up here. We're gonna need another break of 50. Watching here to see if that's gonna hold up. 23, 25, 26 on the bids. No. PGY, we're still holding up here, but the thing is, when we drop, it's going to drop hard if it drops. Waiting at the break, we have resistance here at 50. Is that going to be the rejection right there? Don't want to try it there at 7. It's looking heavy here. So the 7 did hold there on that dip. So volume is starting to decrease here. And it's holding up pretty high. So I might look for an entry. If we're going to continue to hold high. Looks pretty good on the 5-minute. Can I make a new high on the 1-minute? Would be over 22. Seeing some resistance at 22. If we need a little dip here, I might buy just because we're at such low volume. And it's holding up so nicely. $26 on the bids. 30. $25 by 26. Not bad there. Yeah, I know. You talked about it yesterday. Yeah, and this thing was a monster. Except, man, my timing has been off on this thing today. I'm red on it right now. Man, off this halt resumption, I got it on this dip and sold down here, and then it rips 50 cents. And I'm like, man. But with these, it's I don't want to be holding for too long because, they can flush as fast as they can go up. And then again, where it's like I have a decent entry and I'm not patient. I got in at here on this. So when I saw it flush below VWAP, we flushed, held for a second, flushed again. I took the entry. I got filled at 604. I was in at 604 at the bottom of this move here, man. And it went up 25%. And I sold at 611. Yeah, and then I tried taking a trade off the open, and I got an absolute dog doo-doo fill. So it's been a little bit frustrating. And what do you consider a gap and go? Because we had this. Yeah, I know. But granted, as soon as I hit the buy button, I was in the green. So, I mean, I could just kind of be comfortably holding through this and maybe taking some off. But this has been the thing that I'm doing, though, all week is I'm getting in on dips and selling for such a small profit. And then they're going so much without me. But granted, this is a little bit of a different context. Usually I wouldn't really take this kind of a trade, but I've been noticing on flushes recently that if we've been getting these 10% flushes, and this right here is exactly that. I mean, pretty much 10% right there. Is when we get kind of a flush here, and then it holds for a second, and then it flushes again. That usually ends up being a decent spot to go long. And like I said, I was comfortable to hold this here because I was green as soon as I hit it. So yeah, and the gap and go. So I don't necessarily understand the gap and go because I don't really see this as a gap and go because we opened and it dipped. So it's more of a dip and rip kind of a trade. But I guess I don't necessarily understand the gap and go. And then with that, I took an entry on this candle here at 21, and then I'm getting filled at like 28 or something, and it was, I don't know. And then I left this move on the table here. Yeah, and then when we broke up here, it pulled back. This micro pullback got bought up instantly, and that should have been my signal, and it was, but I just didn't take this trade. And then we pushed up again here to 90, pulled back, this nice entry, and then it rips into a halt. So my timing has just been a little bit off. Been a little bit hesitant. I don't know. Gap and go because target was 650. I don't know if I understand. Is 650 just arbitrary? I mean, obviously 650, you're going to see some resistance. I don't know. I guess I don't have a good look on that. This thing is still holding up really high. Has been super strong. And pre-market looks good once. Yeah, okay, okay. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, we gapped up over the 200 EMA too. It's starting to curl back up now. So we're getting lighter volume again, kind of into this consolidation. Can we hold up? 5 minute first candle making new high would be over 42. Doesn't look bad for this 5 minute setup. We tapped it and rejected though, so we'll see if we can break through. If not, I'm not so sure. What else do we have moving? Oh, there's 37. I mean, this thing turns around though. It seems like a flush is inevitable. No more plays. Yeah, it's too bad. I mean, this thing was really strong this morning, and I totally dropped the ball on it. APDN is still still climbing higher. Seems like right in this kind of range, every time we're getting a pop, sellers jump in right away. But it's still holding up high. We're just consolidating at this range. Only about 40 seconds left in this 5 minute candle. Let's see, what else? Um, FNGR made a decent move, but flushed and now it's below view up. HPCO, it's fighting. I mean, we get a push over view up and then rejection over view up, rejection. It's some pretty tricky action there. Try to find an entry on. Trying to practice patience and discipline, but I think I've got to work on the patience muscle when it comes to my actual trades. If the context is right, if it's not like a breakout trade, obviously it's a bit different if that's the case. It's gonna be my thing all week though, is cutting winners too soon. Well, look to learn from all the mistakes we make. That's the goal, right? Yeah, my biggest loser this morning, I can't remember what it was. I believe it was on this candle here where it looked like it was gonna flush, and then this dip got bought up really nicely. The candle turns green, volume starts to speed up, and I took the entry pretty high here. I think it was, yeah, 56, and then it reversed on me. But I like to get in sometimes on these bottoming wicks because sometimes when they starts to bottom out and then gets bought up really fast and the tape starts to speed up, it can get really strong. But I'll have to go back and look because my analysis was not very accurate on this thing today. So it's going to be a good one to go back in the having the vaults to go back and look at. Candle making a new high there would be over 49 on the 5 minute. I mean 39 rather. Volume starting to speed up here a little bit. The tap 39 is going to break it. Yeah, broke it by a few cents there. Hmm. So this is going to be the flush. So it caught itself again at the whole $1.07. But I wasn't interested in trying to take a dip down there. So higher volume on this last red candle. So it's not great. Yeah, nothing else from the gap scan really looks interesting. Continuation. It's not much. Lace moving again. That should be. Did I take that off my continuation list? It's kind of silly. I'll add it back. SLBR is starting to make a move here now. Take a look at Lace. Yeah. It's up almost 10%. Oh yeah, this was that recent IPO. Yesterday's high was what was yesterday's high? 330. Yeah, you're preaching to the choir. I kind of feel like don't want to say the don't want to say chump. It's it is what it is. I'm gonna have to go back and learn from my mistakes today. But yeah, I definitely fumbled it. And there was some good opportunity on PEGY, and I'm red on the name. Which is always disappointing. For longer hold trades. Okay, yeah, yeah. So what's the entry this morning for a longer hold trade? Yeah, man, you must have a different look some insight that I don't have because I don't even understand what you mean by that. With algo action at 8 a.m. I don't know what that even. I mean, I know what algo action is, but I don't know how you determine what is algo action, how you determine how that's. Yeah, I don't know. Wait. Yeah, okay. The 8 a.m. candle has 121. There's no range on this candle though. It's just one. It's 121 shares of volume, and high is 510, low is 510. Okay, okay, right here, yeah. So what does this kind of a candle mean to you? I don't. I just don't. I don't have the. I can't really see from that perspective right now. I don't really understand how this means really anything. Hmm. Still holding up high. And then so far $7 has held up. with that setup timing. Man, I'm sorry. I'm kind of lost here. I don't understand how this candle is any kind of a setup. Hmm. Just because it opened low and got bought up with higher volume? Because I guess it's higher volume than the rest of the pre-market candles. Yeah, I guess it was significantly higher volume. I guess is that the indication? It's just the fact that it's relatively the relative volume to what it was trading. Now that candle. Do you mean not this candle specifically? But the increase of action on it since pre-market was dead. Yeah, okay. Well, that does make sense. Okay, okay. Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, no, you're good. You're good. Yeah, I gotta hop in a call soon. So that would be a little bit easier for me to get an understanding. I've always just been a little bit more to myself when it comes to trading, but when I get out of my shell a little bit, because I know it's only gonna be beneficial. Kind of a reason why I wanted to start streaming in the first place. Because yeah, I joined the Relentless Discord in I think it was January, and I haven't really engaged with the community much at all. Well, the markets are pretty much flat today, up slightly, 1/4%. Hold on, just 1 second. Okay, so PEGY. It's continuing to hold. But what do I want to see on this thing for an entry? It's a bit tricky. This consolidation's on lighter volume. Sometimes it can be difficult to time entry during this kind of consolidation period. But it's holding up here, and the volume is just pretty light. So I wonder if more buyers step in and put some more pressure on the shorts. But we've got this significant resistance here between like 35 and 50. They bounced off multiple times and rejected. Then the high is 54 there. It's kind of grinding down here now, though. So I'll just be watching and waiting on this one for the time being. Oh, there's a drop. Man, that was a 20-cent drop like that. New short. Oh, okay. See, that's a good point. Yeah. Because the shorts from previous days, yeah, would have already gotten squeezed out on this move. Or on this here. So yeah, I see that. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm not sure we're gonna have enough buyers coming in here to really push this thing. Time is 9:40, so 10:40 right now, market time. That's what field. Yeah, okay, I gotcha. It's coming back down to VWAP here now. Isn't the VWAP supposed to be the same on the different time frames? So I'm pretty sure on eTrade Pro and when I was using TD, it was. Yeah, so it seems a bit odd. It never seems to match up on the 5 minute and the 1 minute. Granted, the time frame is different, but it still should be calculated the same because the volume is the same. So I'm not sure. LASE. Looks like it's trying to make a push, but volume is pretty light here. Nothing else has really popped up on scans. Still APDN is still grinding up. Oh, really? You don't use VWAP that much anymore, huh? Any specific reason? Yeah, so PPSI pretty much retraced that entire move there. HPCO are still holding up, but there's really no trades on this for me right now. PGY. See if it can catch itself here. Yeah, that's a good point. Volume and price action is definitely king. I used to use way too many indicators, but I feel like the VWAP is still helpful. Um, but yeah, that's a very good point you say. That's true. Hmm. Well, right now it's quarter to 10. I think I'm kind of gonna have to go with my gut right here. I'm kind of close. I'm pretty close to max loss on the day right now on this thing, which feels ridiculous given the action we've had on it, and I'm feeling a little bit frustrated. So, kind of following my rules. If I'm close to max loss, I'm feeling frustrated. Um, it's best to just walk away because I tried. I almost took a few forced trades in this area, but I know that wouldn't have been clean setups, and it was just kind of would have been revenge trading at that point. So for right now, I think I'm gonna shut things down and walk away. If if we get some nice clean action on this or any other stock, maybe HBCO, we're still consolidating that area. I'll come back to get it if I can get myself centered. But you're what happened? Weird. But yeah, this is always a day that is a little bit difficult psychologically because you see all this action, and I watched this action happen in real time, and I wasn't able to get green on it. And then especially seeing here, looking at that I had the entry at 604 right here. Um, and then to be right on it just feels like I totally fumbled it. Okay, yeah, send it on Discord. Um, but yeah, for right now, I'm gonna shut things down. I might be back to trade, like I said, if I can get myself a little bit more centered, if something sets up to be a bit more obvious. But for the time being, it's gonna be some good action to go back and watch. Some good lessons to be learned off this, definitely. Come on, stop it. Why is it stuck on that? Okay, there we go. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna shut things down. Take it easy. Unfortunately, yeah, PEGY was just a bit of an unfortunate one. My gut is telling me to shut things down, but I don't really want to. But I feel like I feel like that's the best decision for me to right now. So I'll be back tomorrow with another live stream. I'll catch you later. And as always, I'm signing out.